Nipah! Welcome back, everybody. It's time for the Daily Nipah. Rika Fruity Simulator 25. You can get yourself here at sucksmakepeoplesexy.net/games or .itch.io. It is completely free as a bee. I would suggest checking out the .net/games, as Polly has incredible write-ups for all of her games, and she's just that awesome of a fucking person, and you should do it. Rika? Oh, Rika, what's going on? You're already in your ballin' uni. I think she's gonna be real ballin' today. Come on, Rika. Make Empty Eye proud as he's dungeon crawling. In our jail right now. What's going on out there, everybody? We finished our XCOM run for the Chaos Cultists yesterday. Lots of fun. Nice rush at the end there, fighting. So we're gonna take a little break from the XCOM. We're gonna be playing some Final Fantasy Renaissance today, which I don't know if I've played on stream. I have played it a bit offline. But it makes Final Fantasy 1 into basically one of the SNES ones, kind of. Multiple classes to choose from, multiple abilities to choose from. You can also turn the in-game speed up a lot, which I do. But it's really cool. They got a Discord and all that. You should check it out. If you're a big fan of the first Final Fantasy, it adds a lot to it, I would say. I think it's going to be fun to check it out here. I have like a ton of saves already. But I just delete or save over them. It's not a big deal. You never go back to those old saves anyways. It's just nice to have them like a collection. Like a goddamn collection. I think this game also has like cheese and unlockables and stuff, which is fun. I think a lot has gone into this game. I probably should update to the newest version. I haven't updated a newer version of this in a long time, I just realized. But we'll see that after the Daily Nipah. Eureka, we're hoping that you just go on a ballin' spree here today. We want ballin'. Mob wants ballin'. I want ballin'. Bo wants ballin'. Empty, I definitely want some ballin'. Hell, even Max wants some ballin' right now. I know, Rika, I know. We're gonna get there. But I hope everybody took their medicine today. I took my medicine today. Did you take your medicine, Mob? Did you sleep well, Mob? You better have. Or I'm gonna send the Inquisition after you. I actually watched a big thing on the Inquisition the other day. How many different parts of the Inquisition there are for different aspects of things that need to be done, essentially. Demon hunters, human hunters, all that good stuff. I wish things would stay in my brain sometimes when I watch them. But my brain likes to just not do that. Slept well, that's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. Gotta get that good sleep in there. Final Fantasy Renaissance is something I've been playing a bit off stream now and again. Kind of like almost like a comfort thing. The first Final Fantasy to me is always going to be one of the best for one, nostalgia reasons, obviously. But I like the openness of it. It's like to mostly a detriment to like every other Final Fantasy. Like the lack of story in the first one is why I kind of like it so much. It feels more open to do different things to your characters. Which I think is just cool beans, yo. Wait, the last downloadable file was... Oh wait, it was probably edited. Bada-boom, 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 bada-boom. I should still download it. What's up, Miz? Like all the Final Fantasy games, pretty much. I really enjoyed 1 through 10. After that, it gets a little muddled, because 11 was an MMO, so I never played it. I did remember enjoying 12. But I don't remember anything about it, really. 13, I eventually enjoyed. We're talking late into the 3rd disc when the world opens up. I don't hate 13, but it definitely felt like one of the most restrictive Final Fantasies. Yeah, 13's gorgeous. And after that, I haven't played any other Final Fantasies. I have never played either of the MMOs, which I'm sure I would love, because it would get me too hooked to do anything else. Much better than 13 gameplay. Well, I never played 13 too. After 13, I think that's the last one I really played, and that was on the Xbox, I think, way back when. I think that's the last one. Like, after that, I didn't do any more of the main series. I kind of just got hooked playing the older games. I used to actually have the record in Final Fantasy 1 and Final Fantasy 2 at one point. Those run numbers have gone way down since, but I could say I did have it at some point. There's a triple-double. There you go, Rika. Is that the first points of the day? You have control over the classes you level up from the beginning rather than like 3. Yeah, that was my biggest beef in 13. Was like it just took so long for it to open up. That was my biggest beef there. Another triple-double, Rika. Very nice. But I have replayed... I actually replayed 1 through 6, the Steam releases, which I really enjoy, honestly. I think it's a good, more casual interpretations of 1 through 6, because you can make it a lot easier on yourself. And I think in this day and age, that's great. Not everybody has the patience to sit there and do it the old school way. But you still have the option to do it the old school way, which I think is great. You have the options for both. Quality of life features are not bad in video games. That's a triple-double. Let's frickin' go. It's basically what saved XCOM. Oh, they often get it's like groups of... Yeah, that's fine. I mean, even Final Fantasy X didn't really have a whole lot of open world to it right away, but it still did it in a much more competent way, I guess, than 13. But even like that, 9 and 8, they all had their spots before it actually opens up into something bigger. But it's just the way 13 did it. That felt so restrictive. And again, this is just one complaint about a game, otherwise that I had fun with eventually in. I don't hate it at all. But Renaissance makes Final Fantasy 1 into more of like the NES kind, where you have all those classes to choose from, you got special abilities. Some special abilities, like activate on even the like open world map and stuff. It's really cool. Yeah. I hear the MMOs are... I don't know if the Final Fantasy 11's going anymore since Final Fantasy 14, but I hear great things about Final Fantasy 14, the MMO. I know a lot of people play it. It looks fun. But my problem is if I get into the MMO, my ass is never going to stop playing it. That's my... like... I have held back on playing MMOs for a lot of my gaming life just because I know I'd get so into it I'd want to play it 12 hours a day. 'Cause that's just my gaming brain. What was it? Guild Wars 2 was the MMO I played a bunch of time, and God, did I love World vs. World in that. World vs. World was one of the most fun, kind of competitive, cooperative, RPG-style things I think I've played. Basically, it was World vs. World vs. World. There were 3 competing factions in every map, and you can try to... well, there's like the big middle map. That is the big spire, and then there's 3 individual maps for each individual faction's territory. And you have to defend your own territory with your big-ass castle and, like, points around the map. And you also can go to their territories and try to beat them. And then the middle map had the big castle that you could try to siege. And there was, like, siege weapons that, like, commanders threw down, and the players had, like, building materials where they'd build them up real quick. And then try to break down the doors. Stuff like that. And then, of course, the combat would be, like, a ton of people versus a ton of people. You'd have, like, your ranged units on top of the walls, trying not to get sniped themselves or magic themselves. It was one of my favorite, like... Ooh, that was a double triple. Like, because I didn't really go around doing much of the map in that game, and I think I liked the competitive aspect of the World vs. World vs. World more than I liked the single-player aspect of it, by quite a bit, I'd say. Like, my first character, I went around about 66 to 70% of the map. I almost completed it. All my other characters, I barely... I basically leveled them up and then just went to World vs. World, so screw it. But I just really liked that aspect of that. We were in, like, the number 2 server, I think, back in the day. Ranked on all the servers. The number 1 was also... There's, like, a... Whenever your server would do well enough, they'd move up to face, like, a better... ranked server, and I think we were number 2 overall, and I forget what the number 1 was, but man, we had some incredible battles. We had good commanders lining us all up well and getting us in position to kick ass. There's a moment where we seemed like we were so outnumbered. We were, like, on this staircase. We were on the top of it. And you could see their force was about to rush us. And our commander was like, just hold on this spot. Just wait. Just wait until I give the say. And they rushed everybody up that stairs. And the commander was like, alright. Everybody stay in the spot. And use this attack. Insert this kind of unit to do this kind of thing here and there. And we stood our ground there, and we just slaughtered them as they came up the stairs. I was in shock. I thought for sure we were dead. And then we ended up taking their keep because of that. It was, like, it's crazy. I have some vivid moments like that to where we were, like, it seemed like we were screwed, but we ended up somehow bringing it back around. You know, all moments like that are always what make games like that for me. I don't know if Final Fantasy XIV would have something like that for me if I played it. Or if there'd be something that would hook me like that in that game. Hey, there's a straight Rika. Nicely done. Dark Tide with Rand, and I've learned that just telling everyone what to do very confidently leads to victories quite often, even if the advice is wrong. Well, that's the problem here. 90-ish% of the people to 95% of the people that you play with are looking to be guided. Yeah. Somebody needs to step up and make the decisions. If I know what I'm doing in a game, I don't mind at all making those decisions. But like an MMO aspect, you have to know a lot. of different things to make those kind of decisions. So I would never make that kind of decision there. But something like Darktide, where you have 4 people, you probably have a good idea of what's coming up, or a good idea of what everybody's abilities are and tactics are, and that you can use. As long as somebody is giving it and not screaming it or being a shithead about it. Like, the problem is a lot of people just like to scream things and then blame other people for everything that's going wrong. That's literally the least helpful thing ever. You're just gonna make it horrible for everybody else. But if you just have, like, if you know what you're doing, come off as you know what you're doing, which is also important, and you, like, detail it in a way that helps everybody kind of keep it together, like, fire at this position, or, okay, we're going to look down the southeast corridor here, we're going to be waiting for something to come, or, okay, big beast ahead, pull out your rockets, launchers, anything in that kind of variety, just as long as somebody's going, do this, do this, do this. Usually the veteran player or the psyker. My biggest beef from multiplayer and randos is that a lot of people think they can lead, and they can't. Not even close. There's a lot of people who think they're doing a good job, and all they are doing is making it miserable for everybody else. However, when you get somebody who's calm and detailed and understanding and helps everybody along, that's so much better. Because they have good positioning since they die instantly compared to everyone else. Oh, that's fair, that's fair. I've never played Darktide. I'd probably like to play it someday. It sounds like it's a lot of fun. I like Left 4 Dead. And that's just Warhammer Left 4 Dead from what I hear, so... I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of differences in it, but basic explanation. It sounds like a lot of fun, honestly. I certainly wouldn't mind picking it up one day, but I ain't got no cash. I ain't got no cash, man. I'm trying. I'm a-trying. I got the Gradius Origins things months ago, and still I'm not even, like... The problem with stuff like that and shmups in general is I need to be in the right mindset because it's very intensive and very focused. And the last couple of times I tried to play it, my brain just wasn't there. Triple double. Very nice, Rika. So I was like, screw it, I'll go with some Final Fantasy today. We'll try that instead. And yeah, I do love some Final Fantasy, especially the Renaissance version. Speeds everything up, gives you tons of different abilities. Should be more fun to play soon. Right now, it's in this weird place where the Ogren and Arbites are overtuned in certain areas. Oh, it's an Ogren. It's got to punch everything, right? Does your Ogren at least get a Ripper? I love in lore that Ogrens... like, just love the Emperor so much. They will do anything for the Emperor. And as long as the Commissar or the Big Hat or whatever they call him yells at him to do that, they're more than happy to do that. I think that's just cute. They're overpowered. It's the amount of stagger and impact they have. I gotcha. It's hard to get all of that perfectly right, I think, though. But hopefully they can tune it into something a little more balanced for the player base. It does sound like a lot of fun, though. I used to play Left 4 Dead quite a bit. Really fun co-op game. Really scary in some points. The co-op, like, multiplayer aspect was really fun, too. I remember me and my friend Fro. Some people have heard of them. and I think Ant was there too, and some other peeps. I remember me and Fro specifically were both hunters, just waiting in the back. And like 2 of their people crossed this gap part, so me and Fro came out of the sides and just leaped on the other 2. Oh, it's so perfect. Nice little ambush we had set up there for him. But I like co-op games a lot, really. Everybody stun locks everything, so you can't dodge anything, so you can't get your damage bonus. Interesting. The other classes rely on engaging with the AI, like, for example, if you're using the dueling sword to get crit bonuses on vet by dodging. Why is the Arbides even a choice in there? Get the Arbides out and get a more interesting character in there. I found the Arbides to be mostly boring. Oh, Space Police. Yay. I think it's just because Arbides would realistically lead a penitent legion or whatever, and everyone else is a penitent. The Psyker is a penitent? Dun, dun. Oh, fuck. You can put somebody else in that role, though. Rika, 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 Rika. I know, Rika. I know. Fucked up, Rika. It's just fucked up. I'd rather have just a commissar that could actually give the squad bonuses or something. Because they're a fucking commissar. Than an Arbides. Like, shit. Have the commissar just shout orders at him. Oh, the vet is the commissar class? Well, then we don't need the Arbides. Get that bitch out of there. I'd rather have an actual penitent who, like, has multiple lives and they can go sacrifice themselves and then respawn. I mean, I don't know anything about how Darktide works. I'm just going off of the little Warhammer knowledge I have. Rika, 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 Rika. Vet has part of its skill tree dedicated to reducing teammate damage. And can even trigger it with a shout. Nice, nice. Sounds very commissar-like to me. I like it. And then you have a focused target ability where you tag an enemy and everyone who shoots it does extra damage. Nice. I wouldn't even mind seeing just a full guardsman thing, like an Ogren, maybe a Scion that can like do some short flying or something. A commissar and like just a veteran guard or something. Or some other thing. Commissar cosmetics, nice. Oh, come on, Rika, we got this. Been a pretty quiet day, Rika, that's okay. Position cosmetics for the vet and the zealot have these witch hunter outfits. That's awesome. I like that. That sounds fun. Bam, ba-dam, bam, bam, ba-dam. I think I saw it. I think I did see it. As like a reference to Inquisition. Because I believe you were editing the Inquisition a little bit. Bum, 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 bum. Rika, we're gonna be doing Final Fantasy Renaissance. What 4 classes should I have? But I can't decide on the colors. You got me. I can identify amazing looking pieces, but when it comes to like giving suggestions and stuff, I don't have that brain part to be like, this would look. I mean, I don't know enough Warhammer, I guess would be the thing. I mostly go off of what I hear on YouTube. But and like the game. Thief, 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 thief. Well, I'm for thieves mob. Go for a weird contrast where the actual clothes under the armor are dull and gray, but the carapace has gold trimming and looks fancy. Fancy. Get them fancy skuldrons on them too. Yeah, that's skull pauldrons. Where you at, Skilling Below? Where you at, Skilling Below? Boom, boom, ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-bum. Moving the Skuldrons to the power armor. Nice, nice, nice. I like the word pauldrons for some reason. The Saturnine have the biggest pauldrons that may be possible. But going back to Guild Wars 2, I had a warrior was my favorite class, and God, my friend had a it wasn't a paladin, but the class type was basically paladin. And we both had like strikingly like somewhat similar armor for cohesiveness, but we had our own variances of it, and God, we looked fucking great. We would just get somewhere and just look great. I think the last time I played Guild Wars 2, they kind of got rid of the jumping puzzle. One of the main things was this big jumping puzzle in World vs. World vs. World that you can compete for. That is a triple-double. But I think they just got rid of all that. And 4 house. But, I mean, games do have to move on at some point. I haven't played Guild Wars 2 in over a decade, really. Alright, last roll, Rika. Can we get a little bit of balling out here? Should I call in? No. That's okay, Rika. 36,000 fates now. Goodness gracious, we're marching on up, aren't we? Thank you so much for watching, YouTubers. I appreciate that so very much. If you'd like to pick up the game, and you should, check out socksmadepeoplesexy.net/games or .itch.io. And if you want the ballin' version, go to empty.itch.io. All amazing and free. But until next time, thank you so much, everybody. Please like and subscribe. I'd appreciate that as well. Positive vibes. And remember...